Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing about Bitcoin and crypto, what's going on. So yesterday we were saying that Bitcoin could have gone roughly to $60,000, $61,000 and then have a rebound. And guess what happened? We actually were able ourselves and also our VIP group guys to get into the right point. So we gave, I gave to the members a potential buying area for Bitcoin, also for altcoins for a swing trade. And guess what? Everybody who actually bought around right now here is roughly at 5 or 6% profits compared to 2 days ago. Because over here we do analysis every single day and about Bitcoin, altcoins, you can name it. But let's cut the chase now. Let's go back into the chart so we can see what's going on for the next week or so. Guys, something very important to have a look right now, guys. As you can see, Bitcoin has had a beautiful bullish engulfing candle on the daily chart. So this in general signifies strength. And looking at the chart right now, I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to be able to push up to this area over here in between $64,000 to $65,000. So usually according to this chart over here, according to this candle, we need to see in 20 minutes once we're going to open the New York stock exchange. The stock market is going to open in 20 minutes. We have to have a look if the S&P is going to go, even further up. And that is the case. I can really see Bitcoin continue to go up. I mean, the trend looks very good at the moment, and you could expect, more continuation to the upside. So I also want to show you a little bit more, I would say like on a shorter time frame. And as you can see, we went up like crazy from yesterday. We were 60,600. We said that we would have seen a rebound around this area over here. It's all documented, all proven, and after that we would have seen a big movement to the upside. And what I'm looking for right now, guys, will be for Bitcoin to continue this trend over here. I would like really to see a retest right now around this area. So I would like the S&P 500 to open up, maybe have a bit of a sell-off, maybe down to 62,500, 62,200, and then have a nice movement to the upside again to potentially this level over here. So which we're talking about in between $64,500 to $65,000. Because of course, guys, if you're gonna break now this level, then we're gonna go back down over here. And people are asking me right now, should I buy, should I sell? Guys, the time to buy was around here when I announced it, especially in my VIP group. But the time to buy was when Bitcoin was here, and also the altcoins were bashed as well. Right now, it's not as safe to buy, but of course, for a scalping position, you just want to wait for this to break down here and then have a nice rebound. Because right now it looks listen. Another potential scenario we can see here for BTC will be also like an ascending triangle, which is forming right now. So you could see like a compression around this area over here, and then of course you're gonna see the typical 1, 2, 3, and then boom to the upside. So there could be another thing we can see, but otherwise for a safer entry will be maybe a retest around here 60,500, and then expect a movement to the upside, because that is going to fail. Then we're going to go down to the lows. I'm going to also have a look quickly at a few things as well. I want to show you also the weekly chart, what's happening right now with the weekly. I mean, Bitcoin looks, in my opinion, still I'm not gonna say it looks amazing. We're gonna go to $200,000. Still looks, we are still at this very long end of the range. But I guess we have two possibilities right now. Number one will be to, of course, now climb back up and form a wave 5 from here and then push to the upside. Or otherwise, an alternative way would be maybe to retest this area here, 56,000, 55,000, and then boom all the way. In the worst case scenario, 52,000 could be also on the cards. And again, if you're an investor, always consider, and this is, guys, it's financial advice, so always be careful whenever you're entering. Just don't enter with 100% of your cash. Try to enter with maybe 70%, have 30% on the in cash in case the market is going to drop. But looking from like a macro point of view, I mean, people are getting scared over this, guys, but let's be honest. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Can you imagine if the same thing of this happened? Like, what would you do? Of course, if the same thing happens over here, guys, we're gonna go down to $42,000. So it could definitely happen. I'm not saying like it's not gonna happen, but of course it's quite likely. But at the moment, I mean, the chart looks incredibly bullish, and to me, the only bias I have is to go to the upside. So now let's have a look as well at other, I would say, potential leading indicator or something that can make us understand what's going on right now. So the next one is the DXY dollar currency index, which we bring so many times, over here. The DXY is into an interesting scenario right now. We just need to understand what is the dynamics over here. So you can see that the DXY right now has broken this level on the weekly, and now is pretty much climbed back down again. And I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to see maybe one final push to the upside and then to go down again around this area. But let's also analyze from a daily chart point of view. I mean, the daily chart still looks okay, so I would be expecting the DXY potentially to go down a little bit more down this way, maybe retest this area over here at 103.3. And this is the case, guys. Of course, that's going to give more fuel to Bitcoin to continue to go to the upside, and therefore we could see like I would say like a more of a continuation for today and maybe for tomorrow for Bitcoin. But remember something very important, guys, that on Wednesday we're going to have the CPI, so I'm expecting a sell-off around Monday or Tuesday in anticipation of the CPI. So Bitcoin could pump, let's say, to maybe 65, 64, but then we're going to see maybe another pullback to maybe 63,000, 62,000 in anticipation of the CPI, because investors take the money away and then they just wait to see like the outcome. And guys, if CPI comes lower than expectation, market are gonna go absolutely ballistic. So if I had to give you a target of CPI, let's say CPI comes like lower than expected, I could say, to be very conservative, I would like to throw you like random numbers, but I would say that at least we're gonna go up to here 70,000, 71,000 for Bitcoin. And if you're gonna be able to break this level over here, that will confirm the bull flag. And if this bull flag is confirmed, we could go as high as pretty much $94,000 to $96,000. Again, I don't like to give you this opium. Okay, let's work level by level. I'm not this moon boy that tells you Bitcoin will go to $650,000. We're not like that. We just work level by level. Now let's also analyze a few other things. I want to show you the S&P 500, what's happening right now with the S&P, guys. So S&P looks incredibly strong at the moment, and we said before that we would have seen a short-term top coming, and we could have seen, as I said before, like a sort of like a ABCD pattern with a target of 4,800. But it's something I really would like you to urge you some caution as well, is that S&P at the moment looks relatively strong. So if we're gonna be able to break this area over here, which I don't think is gonna happen before the CPI, but if you're gonna be able to climb back, let's say around this area and then consolidate over here, if the CPI comes lower than expected, that's what you can see. I'm really believe it's gonna go up like crazy, but of course we just had to wait another few days to confirm that, because if we're not going to be able to, let's say, continue all the way up to here, then the next step would probably be just in the correction down to here, and then I guess we had to see what's going to be happening after that. But at the moment, very difficult to say. We can also go on lower time frame, to see like what's going on over here. I mean, in my opinion, the S&P looks, as I said before, like it looks toppy, it looks overextended, but at the same time, it looks very good. Like you can see that it's pretty much not losing steam. Every indicator is pretty much overbought. But as I said before, if we break this area over here, that's going to be more time. But again, we're still not there, so we just had to wait to see what the S&P is going to do. Let's also have a look at the NASDAQ as well and the X. Let's see if anything changes from yesterday. We said that over here, that's what we were looking at, a big bounce to this area over here, and as you can see, we are still topping out. Yesterday we tried to break this level over here, we couldn't, but if we're going to be able to break this level here, guys, that's going to be very important for the market. So if I had to guess here with the NASDAQ, we might see a little bit of a sell-off as well, maybe Monday or Tuesday. So potentially today, potentially a continuation to the upside, but otherwise it could be something like this. It could be, let's say, maybe one more to the upside and then down to here in expectation of the CPI, and then if CPI comes higher than expected, inflation is coming up again, then we can see maybe something like this, and of course Bitcoin will drop. Otherwise, if inflation comes cooler than expected, then we can see this happening. So again, very difficult. You can't really predict this before we're gonna see the data. Okay, so we don't have a how they call, like the crystal ball to understand, to predict the future. But right now, looking at the data, that's what we can see. The other thing I want to show you as well, which is very important to determine whether we're gonna go higher or not, is the Treasury yield, the US 10Y. That's a very important also indicator which has a correlation with Bitcoin. So whenever the the US 10 goes higher, usually Bitcoin and risk assets, the stock market goes lower. So what we can see as well from here, the 10 years, where we are. Well, in my opinion, guys, looks at the 10 years as topped, and therefore what we might see could be a potential push to the upside from here and then continue to go down and then reach this area at around 4.3, and then of course it's going to be super bullish for stocks and crypto. And of course, if this is going to happen, then we could see, of course, a continuation of the bullish trend for Bitcoin and also the stock markets. But otherwise, we need to keep definitely keep an eye on it. Looking at this, we can see we broke the trend, we retested, got rejected over here. So what I can expect in the next few days for the 10 years will be something like this. And for you, those of you who don't understand this, the 10 years yield, it's pretty much it's a value where investors buy these government bonds. So what happens is they buy them for 10 years and they get a fixed income. For example, every year they're getting 4.5% only by buying these bonds with the government. So pretty much this is done whenever investors, they don't want to invest in stocks. They sell the stocks, so they go in fixed income, so they can make 4.5% every year on government bonds. I really hope this it's explanatory. But of course, if you want to know more, join our VIP group. We explain this in a better fashion. Also, you can do my course, the FTA Pro course. I explain everything about this and about trading, how to trade crypto in the proper way. Guys, so far so good. Looks like that this US 10 has also topped out, which could be in the next few months very positive for crypto and for stocks. And if I had to have a look at the chart over here, I will say that the 10 years could go down as low as 3.2 in the next, let's say, maybe 4 to 6 months. And if this is going to happen, you're going to see a crazy bull market coming from now until the end of the year. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have a question, leave a comment down below. But otherwise, if you want to know more and if you want to have more analysis of altcoins, 4 or 5 altcoins different per day, join our VIP group. We post every possible analysis every day for you to navigate the crypto market in a better fashion. Take care, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.